The leader of
He had a
our
snake
atheism,
talking
ladies
to
and
two.
gentlemen.
How if serpents could talk or mimic sounds like a parrot.
Ladies and
If-
gentlemen, come see the clown
if a-
at the
if a
circus make an
donkey could
argument.
speak Hebrew
Try
in
put
the
together a
Bible,
coherent
of course.
sentence
If a
and talk
donkey could
about
speak Hebrew, of course, why-
parrots
you
and
should have had a
Hebrews.
donkey.
Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
I'm good, and I'm 37.
All right, prove Christianity false.
Yeah, just tons of issues with Christianity from my viewpoint. Starting from the beginning, where it says that the was created before the sun. I don't know, just tons of contradictions like that.
What contradictions?
Just scientific contradictions.
What scientific
reality.
contradiction?
I don't know, animals talking, walking
What
on
scientific
water.
contradiction?
Animals talking. I mean, we can go. That's pretty scientific.
Okay, if
I don't
animals
think
just talk
science
normal,
agrees
okay,
with that.
hold on. If animals just talk normally on a day-to-day basis, would it be a miracle for an animal to speak?
Yeah, they don't. So yeah, I suppose so. But
Yeah, so it wouldn't be a miraculous
miracle.
event, right?
Right.
Yeah, and what's our
So
claim?
that doesn't happen. Animals don't talk.
Right, but what's
Animals
our
don't
claim? It's miraculous
Your
events.
claim is that people used to talk with animals and donkeys,
No.
donkeys spoke Hebrew and
No,
certain things.
no. Listen, Linda. Okay, so our claim is that these are miraculous events, and they only happen because of the intervention of God. That's what shows that it's from God, is because He's changing the laws of nature. So simply saying,
God
well,
doesn't
animals
intervene
don't.
anymore.
Never said that. No. So what you're doing is you're called goalpost shifting, right? I'm trying to answer a specific question. You just jump completely off to another point.
Well, you're asking me what issues I had in contradictions. That was just one of many.
But you didn't. That's not even one. That's not even a contradiction. Define a contradiction.
Animals talking contradicts reality.
That's not what a contradiction is. Define contradiction.
Going against the norm.
That's not what a contradiction means. Do parrots talk?
Do parrots have conversations with people?
Do parrots talk?
Do parrots have?
Do parrots talk?
Was a parrot in the Bible talking?
Do parrots talk?
Was a parrot in the Bible talking?
Do parrots talk?
Was a parrot in the Bible talking?
Do parrots talk?
Parrots say words.
So parrots can talk. An African gray has the intelligent. An African gray has an intelligence about a 6-year-old roughly, and they speak and they understand things and they can have basic bare. Let me speak. Listen, Linda.
For God to
Linda. Listen, Linda. I'm not done talking. So they can have basic bare minimum conversations. And you said it's a contradiction in reality for animals to talk. So I just showed you there's animals that can talk in reality.
Well,
so that's not a contradiction in reality, is it?
That would have made a lot of sense for God to make a parrot in the Garden of Eden, and that would have been smart for God. Maybe we wouldn't.
So it's not a contradiction, is it, Linda?
Questions.
Linda,
it is
it's
a contradiction.
Not a define contradiction. Define what a contradiction
don't
is.
Have conversations with people.
That's a statement. Define what a contradiction is.
A parrot mimics sounds.
Define contradiction. Define contradiction.
I just did. Animals don't talk in reality.
That's not a contradiction, bro. That's just an assumption.
It's a contradiction to reality.
Define what a contradiction is. Define what a contradiction is.
The Bible says the earth is flat.
Linda, listen, I know thinking is very hard for atheists. It's a very difficult thing to do, but I promise if you sit down and you really try and you put your best foot forward, you'll be able to come together with a coherent sentence and actually give an argument. Now, can you give me the definition? Can you give me the definition? Listen, Linda.
I don't have my laptop in front of me. If you want Webster's definition, go ahead. Type it in.
Listen, Linda. What is the definition? What is the definition of a contradiction?
In the issue that I'm talking about, when something goes against reality. So
that's not what the definition of a contradiction is. So you just, my friend, have one.
Animals contradicting reality. Talking is contradicting reality. Reality. I know reality isn't real for you. Animals don't talk. Parrots don't have conversations. If your God was wise enough, He would have put a parrot in the Garden of Eden. Why wouldn't God put a parrot in the Garden of Eden? He should have put a parrot in the Garden of Eden. Your God clearly doesn't have a mind capable of thinking of that. That would have been pretty clever of your God to use a parrot instead of a serpent, because we know serpents don't talk. Now, if serpents could talk or mimic sounds like a parrot, maybe people wouldn't question this ridiculous notion that animals had conversations with two
Ladies and
naked
gentlemen,
adults
one and all,
during
come
meetings.
and see the circus. Come
Now,
see the clown make an argument.
like I said,
Ladies and gentlemen, come see the clown at the circus make an argument. Try put together a coherent sentence and talk about parrots and Hebrews. Ladies and gentlemen, come one and all, come and see the biggest clown on the internet. The leader of our atheism, ladies and gentlemen. The leader of our atheism.
People, you've got to be kidding me.
$5 says he's still talking. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. If you want to watch more, you can click one of these and you can keep watching.